Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about the bold and the beautiful. But first and foremost, thank you to all of my subscribers. Your subscription is deeply appreciated. So let's get started. So I want to start with Steffi and Thomas. So it looks like Douglas and Thomas are having an intense conversation, and Steffi walks in and she knows something's wrong. So she does ask, what's going on? And Thomas sends Douglas to play with Kelly, and he explains everything that Douglas told him about Brooke and Deacon. So Steffi wants to get some information from Douglas. She wants to talk to him to gauge if he is in fact telling the truth. So she brings Douglas in and she talks to him, and he repeats himself twice. He's very confident in what he saw, and they send him back to play. Steffi and Thomas are certain to let Douglas know that what he has done is very brave and he should not feel bad about telling them what he saw. And of course, Steffi tells Thomas she believes everything that Douglas said. Thomas said he does not want his son involved further in this. So Steffi said, we can't just go to Dad based on what Douglas saw. We have to get proof. So what Steffi does is she calls Charlie to come to the house and help them gain access to the security footage at Brooke and Ridge's place. Charlie gets there, and who knew he was able to get some video footage. He was able to get footage of Deacon coming back to the house. He also got footage of Douglas looking through the window, watching Brooke and Deacon kissing. And he also got footage of Deacon leaving the next day as Ridge was coming through the door. It looks really sketchy, and it doesn't really tell the story of what happened. What the video does is it leaves the interpretation of what happened up to the viewer. So maybe Thomas and Steffi are thinking that not only did Deacon spend the night, but that maybe something more happened. They were just drinking and they slept it off, but who's going to believe that? Will Ridge believe Brooke's story after viewing the video? Will he believe that nothing really happened besides the kiss? After Brooke has been doing nothing but lying to his face, lying in AA, even lying to him this week when Ridge said he paid a visit to Deacon and he reassured Brooke that Deacon doesn't know about what happened on New Year's Eve and that she's fallen off the wagon. And Brooke knows that Deacon already knows because he was there. So when Ridge finds these things out, I don't think it's going to be the fact that she had too much to drink and kissed Deacon. I don't think that's going to be the major issue. I think the issue is going to be that she's been lying to him. And I also think Ridge is going to feel foolish because he paid a visit to Deacon at Il Giardino to warn him to stay away from Brooke. And Ridge was pressing Deacon's buttons. And I think a part of Deacon wanted to just tell him, well, we kissed on New Year's Eve and we slept in the same bed, but he didn't. Ridge does let Brooke know that he paid a visit to Deacon and they had an exchange of words and that he told Deacon to stay away from her. And of course, Brooke, she's still a nervous wreck. She's crying. She's talking to Hope, and Hope's trying to reassure her, but she knows that her days are numbered, and it would probably be in her best interest to just tell the truth. We also see Ridge having a conversation with Taylor, and it's an easy conversation. They know each other so well. They're like really good friends. Of course, they have a family together. They had a life together. Taylor has a new haircut. Yay! It looks great. It looks better than the other numbers she was wearing. So good for her. And they also playfully joked about the new hairdo. So it was cute to watch. Ridge looks at Taylor as a confidant, not a woman that he wants to be with romantically. And Steffi, now that she has this footage, she's really excited about what it could mean for her mom. And she's really upset about Brooke and Deacon because she feels that her father deserves so much better. He deserves to be with Taylor because Taylor loves him unconditionally. But does Taylor deserve a man like Ridge? That's the real question. And although Charlie did not get footage of Brooke and Deacon kissing, they got enough footage to bring to their father to prove that Deacon was, in fact, in the house on New Year's Eve. Steffi's really excited, and they call Taylor to come to the house because they have some important news to share with her. And when she comes in, they tell her that Brooke cheated on Dad with Deacon. And Taylor's looking shocked. She can't believe it. And the spoilers say that next week, Taylor may be the one to break the news to Ridge. Next, I want to talk about Grace Buckingham. Grace seems to be heavily involved in her daughter's love life, and it's a bit cringy. She is in the company of Zenday. She's singing Zenday's praises. She's telling him that she really wants him to be with Paris. And Zenday would like to be with Paris also. But he had to tell Grace, I don't think Paris cares for me the way I care for her. I don't really know where I stand where she's concerned. You know, Zenday's doing what any man would do in this situation. He's weighing his options, and he's going out with that model for a second date. So that's good for him. He's not wasting his time because Paris is not even thinking about Zenday. And then we have Grace paying a visit to Carter, and she's letting him know that she saw him kissing her daughter and that she doesn't want him with her daughter. He's not good enough. She wants her daughter to be with Zenday, and if he does not stay away from Paris, she's going to go to Eric Forrester, and she's going to go to Ridge, and she's going to let them know what he's been doing. But I'm wondering if they will even care, because Zenday and Paris are not in a serious relationship at this time. It's not the same as when Carter was carrying on with Quinn while she was married to Eric. That's a whole nother story. Zenday and Paris have a very open relationship right now. And the way it looks, it almost looks like they're not even together at this point. The only person I think that will be really upset is Zenday, and that's because he looked at Carter as a friend. And Paris, if she wants to be free and have this modern relationship, why is she hiding it? She knows that what she's doing is wrong. And all they have to do is have a conversation with Zenday, and that would resolve everything. But no, they're in secret. And of course, Carter, he's upset. He's got to try to do some sort of damage control now that Grace saw him kissing Paris. So he invited Paris to his house for a nice dinner. He had candles, flowers, dinner from her favorite Thai restaurant. It looks like he went through a lot of trouble to make their dinner really special. And he even told her this is going to be a night to remember. I just wonder how he's going to break the news to Paris that he cannot continue seeing her. If he does, in fact, break the news, because he has a way of forgetting what he's supposed to do, which is stop seeing Paris. So I just wonder what is really going to happen between Carter and Paris. Is he going to continue to see Paris against Grace's wishes? We'll have to wait and find out. This week was pretty good, but I have a feeling that next week is going to be much better. So that is my commentary. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time, ta-ta.